Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're the place you come to get, well, truly well-informed about new ideas and stories. And today, we're looking at something pretty fascinating. It's where deep friendship crashes right into high-stakes spying. Think loyalty, secrets. It's a mix that's bound to keep you hooked, but also maybe pull at the heartstrings a bit.
Yeah, and we're diving into this using a really great review from Read with Ramia. It focuses on a popular Indian novel, Mission Friends, by Prakash Ranjan. It's just a brilliant example of weaving together these complex, sometimes clashing themes. So our plan today is to really pull out the key insights, figure out why this story clicks with people, and what you can take away from it.
Exactly. Consider this your shortcut to getting the essence of Mission Friends. Not just the plot, but, the feel of it. We'll unpack its genre mix, the characters, basically why people are talking about it, giving you the core understanding without you having to read the whole thing. Unless we get you so interested, you just have to grab it yourself. Okay, let's unpack this main idea. Just picture this. Your closest friends, the people you trust most. They're not just friends. They're secretly tangled up in some kind of covert mission. Something huge, dangerous, way beyond shared history. That's the core of Mission Friends. It sets up this incredible tension right away, doesn't it? Like two stories running at once.
It absolutely does. So the story gives us four main characters: Anant, Veer, Samai, and Sakshi. And at first, their lives seem, well, pretty normal, relatable, just friends hanging out. But then, bam, something big happens, a pivotal event that just shatters that normalcy. And it forces out this hidden truth. Each one has a massive secret. And all these secrets, they're threads connecting to this larger hidden mission that's been going on right under their noses. A classic setup, really. Makes you rethink everything.
And boom, right there, their friendship, their trust, even their patriotism gets put under this immense pressure. It's not just about the mission thrills. It gets into the psychological side. How do you even look at your friend the same way, knowing they've had this whole other hidden life? What does loyalty mean then? It's a real deep dive into the messy parts of relationships. That balance between personal bonds and, what they see as duty. The story really pushes them and you, the reader, to ask some tough questions. Right, and this is where it gets really good, according to the review. It points out what makes Mission Friends stand out, and number one is this unique and powerful concept. Blending friendship with spying. It's not just another action flick, is it? It digs into the emotions. What do you think? How does the author manage that balance? Espionage and friendship, without one just taking over.
That's a really key point. What's clever is how the author uses the spy stuff, not just for plot twists, but to crank up the volume on universal things.
Right.
Trust, betrayal, sacrifice, stuff we all deal with in friendships, just amplified. It turns this big global plot into a really intense look at how people connect under extreme stress. So caring about the characters isn't just fluff. It's part of the suspense. You're worried about the mission, sure, but also, will their friendships make it? Can they forgive all the lying, even if it was for a good cause? That double tension just lifts the whole story.
I see. So it's the internal conflict just as much as the external one. Keeps you reading. And speaking of reading, the book's known for being fast-paced. The review says it builds mystery right from page one with an engaging plot. Makes you want to just binge it in one go. Apparently, every chapter bringing a new twist, you just can't put it down. How's that achieved, that constant momentum, without just burning the reader out?
Yeah, it's a fine line, isn't it? The review suggests it's things like well-placed cliffhangers, obviously, and tight writing, no wasted words, plus a steady drip of reveals. The pacing seems really controlled. It doesn't get bogged down. Always pushing forward with action, with dialogue. That kind of momentum, it pulls you in, makes you feel like you're finding out the secrets along with the characters. It's definitely built for speed.
Okay, and another thing highlighted is the Indian context. It's not just wallpaper, apparently. The review says it helps readers connect immediately with the characters, their world. Gives it that international spy thriller feel, but keeps its Desi roots. Can you unpack that Desi roots bit for us? How does that specific cultural setting make the story richer?
Good question. Yeah, Desi roots basically means it's authentically grounded in Indian culture. It's not just, taking a generic spy plot and setting it in Delhi or Mumbai. The story is woven into the specific social, maybe even political details of India, cultural nuances. So the characters' motivations, their ideas about patriotism, family stuff, the moral choices they make, they're all shaped by that specific Indian viewpoint. It lets the author explore themes like duty and honor in a way that might feel different from a Bond movie. Offers a fresh angle on the genre, but still delivers the thrills.
That adds a lot of depth. And then there's the characterization. Big plus point, the review's clear. The four main characters have distinct identities. different strengths and weaknesses.
Which is vital, right? For character-driven story, makes them relatable.
Yeah.
How did those different personalities play into this story, the friendship themes? Oh, totally. What makes them interesting isn't just the mission, it's them. So you might have Anant, maybe he's the cool-headed planner, but maybe not great with emotions. Veer could be the action guy, super loyal, but maybe a bit reckless. Samay, perhaps he's the sensitive one, the glue holding them together, feeling the weight of all the secrets. And Sakshi, maybe she's the tech whiz, smart, analytical, but feeling the personal cost. These differences create sparks, right? Friction. They have to lean on each other's strengths, deal with the weaknesses. That drives the plot and explores how different people handle moral gray areas, handle trust breaking down. Their personal journeys are just as gripping as the main mission.
Sounds like the author really gets into the psychology of it all. It's impressive. Okay, but even great stories can have, let's say, aspects that hit different readers differently, nuances. So moving to areas for deeper consideration, what did the review suggest might be points for discussion?
Right, this is important, especially if you read a lot of thrillers. The review notes that for those really deep in the genre, some twists might feel a little, well, predictable.
Yeah.
You know, the story builds up to big reveals, but the final shocker, maybe not a huge surprise for everyone who knows the common tricks of the trade. It's less a criticism, maybe, and more about managing expectations. For lots of readers, the journey and the characters are still the main draw, even if they kind of guess where it's heading.
That makes sense. The journey, not just the destination surprise. And the review also mentioned something about some scenes feeling rushed. Good. Seems like to keep that breakneck pace we talked about, some emotional scenes could have been expanded, maybe given more room to breathe. What kind of impact does that choice have, do you think?
It's that classic trade-off you see in storytelling, isn't it? You keep the pace snappy, the action high, and that keeps the plot racing, keeps the suspense up. But the flip side can be, those deeper emotional moments, despair, quiet reflection, vulnerability. They might get a bit shortchanged. Not enough space to really land and sink in. So if you're someone who really loves lingering in those character moments, feeling the full emotional weight, that might be a slight sticking point. But honestly, for readers just wanting a thrilling page-turner, it probably works perfectly fine to serve that purpose.
So, wrapping things up, what's the verdict for you, our listener? Overall, Mission Friends gets a strong 4 out of 5 stars in the review, called a full package of entertainment. That sounds pretty good, right?
Oh, absolutely. The review lays it out clearly. This book's ideal if you like fast-paced Indian thrillers. If you get invested in good friendship stories and enjoy a solid mystery, it promises that emotional roller coaster make you laugh, cry, and boost your adrenaline. It really seems to deliver on that mix, making it more than just one thing. It's multiple notes.
And they even give practical tips on when to read it. Suggested if you want a light and enjoyable thriller, like perfect escapism, maybe for train or flight journeys. I mean, who doesn't love a book you can just race through on a trip? Or just, when you want a good story based on friendship, but one that also makes you think about loyalty and secrets. Pretty versatile. So that was our journey through Mission Friends. We've looked at its blend of spying and deep human connection. It's a real reminder that even in crazy circumstances, the bonds between people with all their messiness and secrets, that's often the most fascinating part.
Yeah, and it leaves us with a thought, maybe something for you to chew on. How would your own close friendships change if you found out your friends had these massive, life-altering secrets? Or were part of some hidden mission? Does real friendship need total openness to survive? Or can it actually handle that kind of weight, that hidden duty? Maybe you can get stronger, but different. It's all about loyalty, identity, trust. Really fundamental stuff.
Exactly. Definitely something to ponder. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive today. Hopefully you feel you've got a good handle on Mission Friends now. Maybe you're even tempted to explore more Indian thrillers. There are some fantastic stories out there. Until next time, keep diving deep.